Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. I am very happy to announce my next guest is none other than the beautiful Princess Victoria. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. I appreciate it.
You are
Hi,
welcome.
everybody.
So, for those watching and future watching, you can go ahead and is this the cover of the book?
That's actually the back cover.
The back cover.
The one where I'm in a reverse
Mm-hmm.
with a foot in my back is going to be the front cover. But I love this one. Uh,
Oh,
Tom
yes.
really, Tom really outdid himself on this one.
And the book is called Fighting the Wrestling Side of the Sun, Becoming Princess Victoria. So make sure
Yes,
to check that out, and that'll be sometime later this summer.
yes, yes. Hope we're looking at definitely having it by the gathering,
Okay.
which is what, the first week in August.
It's July, in the middle of July.
Okay, leave it to me. Um, I've got two things going in those 2 months: CAC and the Gathering. And I really enjoyed the Gathering the last time I was there. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It's always a good time at the gathering. Marty does such a good job at the show, always brings great guests, and it's a wonderful time for fans and wrestlers to enjoy and make memories.
Yes, it is. And I went to the other guy who did the Gathering in 2013, and the comparison is like apples and oranges. When
Ah,
I went when I went in 2013, it was highly disorganized.
hmm.
And when I went with Marty, I'm very appreciative of how hard that man works to put this show on for all of us.
He does. He definitely does a great job, and kudos for all the hard work that he does.
Yes. Yes. Hang on, let me put on my do not disturb sign. There we go. Um, yeah, and he's a really nice guy, and like I said, very organized, and I appreciate that.
All right. So do you know if this book will be available like on Amazon, or is it going to be in stores? Do you have any of that information yet?
Right now, we're looking at distribution on Amazon and from me.
Okay.
You can buy the unsigned book on Amazon, or you can get the autographed book from me. Now, uh like I said, I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be, but it will definitely be before we go to the gathering. Right now we're on uh chapter 14, and it's just starting into the wrestling career. Um, and like I said, Tom Stratus, not only is he a great DDPY instructor, I mean he's taken me from being almost crippled to, no, I'm not running marathons, but I can stand on the side and watch. Where before, and to put it in perspective, year before last when I went to CAC, halfway through the first day, I was using my cane, had to sit down every few minutes, had to take pain pills, which I don't like doing. Um, this year at CAC, I was like a kid in a candy shop. I
Wow.
mean, oh yeah, never used my cane, did not take any of the pain pills for 5 days, and just had a wonderful time.
I'm so glad that you had a wonderful time, and you said the guy's name is Tom that's helping you out with the DDPY.
Yes, Tom Stratus. That's
Okay.
STRAZDAS. And he's an excellent instructor. I mean, he has taken me from sitting in a chair and what a lot of people don't understand is at the very beginning, you start out with not low impact yoga, no impact. He starts stretching you out, getting that, and then you go to half chair, half standing. I just hit all standing last night, and I did two lunges on both knees and hit the mat for the first time with my knee that I could literally get all the way down. I mean, he's very, very good. And thank God for Dallas, because without him, I wouldn't have met Tom. And he's all you can ask for and more. He is one heck of a young man.
I definitely like to talk to him and stuff because I've been doing my own health stuff to get me in better health. So
Uh, he's working right now. He's working with Patty Leilani Kai
okay.
because she just recently within the last year had her hip surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He's working with Judy Martin. He's
Mm-hmm.
working with me. I
Okay.
mean, he's just like he's our boy on the hill now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's helping everybody a lot. I can't say any. It's hard to express just how much he has helped all of us.
That sounds like I'm glad he's able to do that for you. And that's an amazing man, and I'm glad that it's starting to work out for you. I've been working out myself because I've had a few issues since November, and I've already lost 20 pounds by working out and changing stuff. So I'm looking forward to making progress myself this year too.
All right. Well, he's on Facebook. I'll send you a link to his page. He he evaluates you,
Mm-hmm.
and he continuously evaluates you. It's not just the beginning. Every every day that we do the sessions, which is Tuesday and Thursday, he's looking, why can't you do this? And he's not coming out to me and saying it's in his brain. Okay, there's got to be a way. And when I did the knee drops all the way to the floor, the way he had me do it, and he explained, you've put a mental block up. You have
Mm-hmm.
you've been hurting for so long that you automatically say, no, I can't do that because it's going to hurt.
Right.
Well, the new way that he had me do it, I hit 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Like I said, he's he's all you can ask for and more. And he's doing this for free for me and the girls.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
really great.
right. And he's got his artwork and he's writing my book. I mean, the man is something fantastic.
Yeah, I'll see about messaging him because I always bring in artists and I try to create opportunities. So I'll see what I can do. Um,
Okay.
Let me go ahead and we'll remove. Okay, and I have some questions for you, and I also sometimes do some entertainment where I do some impressions. If you want to hear that, uh,
Oh, yes.
yes. Um, I'll tell you the number one that I get is Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the one that I get all the time. Uh,
Right.
so if you'd like to hear that, I'll go ahead and do that for you.
Please.
Yes. Hi, how are you? It is so great to meet you, Princess Victoria. I am so glad that you took time to be on the show today and that you are doing the DDPY. It is very important to move the body. So,
You've even got that little rumble in the back of his throat. That was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you.
He's that's the number one request I get all the time is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Of course, everybody loves Arnie.
He does. But so I'll do some questions and impressions. So let's ask you a question. Can you tell me how it was doing the appearance of the Dark Side of the Ring?
A relief.
Yeah.
Somebody finally listened to me, Judy, and Leilani about what Moolah was had done. And this is a point that I want to make. I make it every time I talk about Moolah. I've split Moolah into two people.
Mm-hmm.
There's Lillian Ellison, the booker,
Mm-hmm.
who was a thief, a liar, and a manipulator.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got Moolah, the wrestler. I have to respect Moolah, the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
She came up in hard times. I mean, we're talking what, 1949 was the first time she walked out as a valet with the Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And she took that and became the Moolah we know of today. And like I said, I have to respect Moolah the wrestler. I don't have to respect Moolah the booker.
Yep, that's the best way to go about that, is dividing it. But I was very excited to see you on television for that, and and just hearing the story, and I thought it was told very well in the representation of how they told that story.
Yes, I want to give Dark Side of the Ring some kudos. They did not cut and paste anything. What you heard me say was what I said in that context. And I have been, and that's one of my pet peeves, is I have been misrepresented by some newspaper reporters when I was in the business. And they would interview, then they did interview you, and then they just write down what they wanted. But Dark Side of the Ring, they don't do that. They quote you word for word, and I was very impressed by that.
And I'm glad that you got to have that. I also want to do a little segment here that I do. I always honor my guest, so I'm going to do a little honor segment. It's where I speak and praise my guests for taking time out of their busy schedule for doing that. So this is kind of where we listen to what Dan says and then use the imagination, because I don't have all the bells and whistles. But so what I would like to say is, first of all, thank you for all that you have done in the ring, and just how you've entertained and how you've told your story, and how you've been a real trailblazer for the wrestling industry. I think that you're an amazing woman, and I've enjoyed meeting you in person as well as virtual. And I have nothing but good things to say about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, I have always represented the business as I was taught.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that Sandy Barr put through my head, now this is a misconception. A lot of people think that Moolah trained me.
Mm-hmm.
Moolah had nothing to do with my training whatsoever. I was trained by Sandy Barr in the Pacific Northwest. Also, the guys, I mean, and these are old school guys: Murph the Surf, Lewis, Dale Lewis, Red Bastine, Roddy Piper, Buddy Rose, Ed Wiskowski. Velvet and I wrestled all these guys. And the reason that Sandy did it that way is he said, I can train you and Velvet in the exact same way, but you're not going to wrestle the exact same way, because everybody puts their own spin on it. And Sandy was my dad. He was my adopted dad. So that, I can never put enough praise on Sandy and what he told me about the business. And one of my favorite things, and youngins, listen to this. If there's an old timer, quote unquote, legend in the room and they start talking, shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen, because you will learn something whether you're trying to or not. And there's not enough of that happening now.
Yep, I fully agree with that. And I'm just glad that things are going well for you.
Oh, they're going excellent. I mean, I don't have a bad thing to say about anything. I mean, I'm just right now, my world is like a crystal ball and I'm just enjoying it right now.
Indeed, the world's your oyster.
Right.
So I would also like to say, for doing our show today, I'm gonna purchase some of your jewelry for doing my show today, and we'll come up with something for me.
Well, I can, you can either buy stuff I've already made, or I'm very willing. And I like doing this more than I just like making a piece of jewelry, is when it's made for a customer by their specific uh attributes that they want in it, and like I've got a bracelet I'm getting ready to make right now for a woman, and she wanted it to match her tattoo, and she told me, well, it's got this color and this color in it. I said, send me a picture, because the more I know about you, the more of you goes into the piece of jewelry.
Well, I will tell you the colors I'm gonna want is blue and orange, because I'm a Bears fan, so I need my
Oh,
blue
me
and
too.
yes,
Me
yes.
too. Yep. I don't I quit watching the NFL, unfortunately. I mean, I've got, sometimes it gets me in trouble, but there's just some things I just won't deal with. And when they hired Michael Vick back after he went to prison,
Mhm.
you got to understand, Michael Vick's compound was 60 miles from my house. All
Ooh.
those all those rescuers that were out there rescuing those dogs,
Mhm.
it was, what you saw on TV was nothing compared to what they walked in. They told me that they weren't even on the property yet and you could smell the death.
Wow.
And right. And he's doing it. Well, that's the way I was brought up. I didn't know any better. I'm sorry. Yes, you did. You knew it was illegal. You knew it was morally wrong. Now, if you want to put two people in a ring and let them go head to head, that's a choice they make.
Mhm.
These pit bulls, when you're part of their pack, they
Mhm.
will die for you.
Yeah.
And I quit watching the NFL when they hired him back, unfortunately, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I'm originally from Chicago, so that makes me a Chicago Bears fan.
Right,
Yep.
right. I get that. I've been a Chicago's Bear fan for as long as I can remember, and I'm not from Chicago. I just I just like the Bears. Excuse me, the Bears.
Yes. The Bears. We just beat the Packers last week, and so yeah,
That's
and
right.
our quarterback had a cheese grater hat, and he was shredding the cheese as it went off the air. So
Now you're gonna make me want to see it just to
yeah.
see that happen.
Maybe I'll
I'll
send you
bet you would.
a clip of it. But
Please do. That sounds
um,
great.
but we're in the divisional round on Sunday, and we're playing the Los Angeles Rams in Chicago.
Bears
And
have got it over the Rams.
yeah, it's supposed to be 0 degrees that day.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. Ice
Uh,
cold.
well, you're gonna see a lot of
The slipping and sliding is
right, right, yeah,
but
slipping and sliding and freezing, and they're gonna huddle up, and they're not gonna want to come out of the huddle because it's warm with all that body heat.
I do know that when the Packers played at Soldier Field, the heaters weren't working, and they were just all like angry and everything because the heaters weren't working on their side because someone said maybe someone unplugged them.
Very well, or flip the right switch
Yeah.
in the fuse box.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me. And I know what it's like. I've worked in a hockey ring
Mm-hmm.
where they had the mats going from the dressing room because there was ice on the ground. And as they're breaking down the ring,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the, what is it called? Oh shoot, I know the name of it. The
The
machine
Zamboni?
that smooths the Zamboni, that's it. Yeah. And we saw the Zamboni started coming out. So all the wrestlers came out and said, "All right, let's get this done and get out of here."
Okay. Would you like another impression right now? Could do
Well,
another
of course
impression.
I would. I love comedy.
um, there's a funny story. Did you know Howard Finkel? Do you remember Howard Finkel? He was the ring announcer in
That
WWE.
name. Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course I did. I
So
wrestled a lot for Vinny Senior.
there's a story of Luke Gallows who is being the wrestler, and Howard Finkel calls him and does his voice, and he goes, "Hello, this is Howard Finkel," and and Luke Gallows is like, "Is this really?" He goes, "Yes," and he goes, "This weekend you are booked for WWE Live," and he goes, "You'll be doing this," and then he goes, "And you'll be taking on Kane," and then he's like, "Is this real or not?" And he's calling his agent because it sounds like a rib. And he goes, "Okay, it's not a joke. I'm very happy to do this. I'll take this." He goes, "Oh, one more thing, and watch out for that choke slam." And then like hangs up the phone, and then like he calls his agent and signs up. And this is when he was still early and in developmental, but he said Howard Finkel was doing his ring announcer voice as he was booking him.
Lord, now that's funny.
Yeah.
That see that's the kind of stuff that happened when I was in the business. You know, we were always pulling ribs on one another.
Oh yeah.
Um, I can't remember I can't remember which wrestler it was, but they made the mistake of pulling a rib on me. And
Oh
see,
yeah.
In Portland, when I started hanging around the matches, I started out as 14 years
Okay.
old because I left 14. I left home at
Yeah.
14, live or die situation. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he pulled a rib on me. And one of the boys happened to have some super glue in his grip because, you know, sometimes your soles get loose. And Rip Oliver put me on his shoulders, and I super glued the guy's boots to the ceiling.
Oh my, that's
Oh,
hilarious.
we had fun. We always had fun. Um, and 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 I'm saddened today because back in my day, and I say that word way too much, but back in my day, we were one great big dysfunctional family. You know, I could be mad at you, swearing I'm going to kill you when I see you, but you call me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You say, "Look, Princess, I'm broke down on highway such and such at mile marker, whatever."
Mhm,
And I get up. You don't change clothes. You go in your pajamas and your bathrobe and you go get them. You know,
mhm,
I mean, that's just the way the business was then. And that's what I hate about what the kids have done today. They've got to get, and this will bring wrestling back. to where it will be the start. They've got to become a family again.
Yes.
They've got to quit trying to outshow each other. And they've got to start not wrestling for themselves, but wrestling for those fans who are there. They need to bring those fans into their story.
And I completely agree with that. I've heard there's another funny wrestler who used to do ribs, and that was Owen Hart. He used to rib people. There's stories of
Oh, yeah.
from Mark Henry, and Mark would say, like, they're having a match, and like he would say to the opponent, "Hey, out of the corner, do a head scissor monkey flip, slam." And the guy's like, "What?" Like, he would say 4 things at a time, and the guy would be confused, and then he would just come and do a shoulder tackle or just do one move.
That's about right.
Yep.
I spent some good times in Calgary. Bret Hart is a good friend of mine. And you have heard the story about Stu Hart, right? With the
Yes.
spatula.
Yes.
Velvet and I are not Velvet and I. Wendy and I are getting ready to go up there, and I think we were in New York at the time. And when the boys found out that we were going up there, they all in turn came into our dressing room and told us about the spatula. And me, of course, I'm sitting there. All right, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. It's not one person, it's all of them. And I told Wendy, I said, this is a rip. Well, when we got there, Stu had somebody pick us up at the airport and take us to his house. We spent the first night at his house, and he was grilling hamburgers for dinner.
Oh.
Wendy and I did not. Every move he made, he had 2 sets of eyes on him. Damn dogs.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
so hysterical.
Well, see, that's what I miss about wrestling. I love wrestling. I loved being a wrestler. I loved, my fans, but I miss the camaraderie on the road. That I probably miss more than being in the ring itself. That's why I go to places like the Gathering, CAC, getting back in touch with people that I haven't seen in 40 years. And we all turn into kids,
Yes.
I mean, it's the typical, a wrestler starts telling, and any wrestler, including myself, you start telling a story, you get to a certain point, then it's left turn Clyde over to this story. Then it's right turn Clyde over to this story over here. And by the time you finish doing that, you forgot what your initial point was to start with.
That's very, very true. Okay. I have time. I'll do one more impression for you. I'll do the Undertaker.
Oh, there we go. I love him.
Kane, I will bury you. You will rest in peace.
That's good. I've been watching some interviews with Mark and a few of the other boys, and oh shoot, what's his name? Oh, Nick Foley or Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, yeah.
I got to put props on him. He is something else. Last year when I went to CAC, they of course honored him and a few other people, and I didn't know until he made his speech that all of his profits go to abused, neglected people, not just women, not just kids.
Okay.
People, because a lot of people don't understand. There's men out there that have been SA'd.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there's a clamp on that,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't happen. You just
Yeah.
grin and bear it. And I have had, because of the way that I did my first book, I have had, and this makes me very happy, because I wrote that book the way I did for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had 3 men contact me, and one of them said, I was getting ready to do the permanent solution,
Yeah.
and I read your book,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't.
Oh,
If only one person doesn't do it, that book was worth it.
indeed. So, is there anything else you would like to say as I wrap it up here on Dan-A-Plooza today?
Yes. Yes, folks, I have a second book coming out. It'll be this summer, but this is my first book. Princess Victoria, a time of tears, triumphs, and turnbuckles. You can find me on Facebook under Vicki Otis, VICKI, as in Tom, IS. I'll probably be the first one that pops up. This is the type of jewelry I make. I can make pieces to order as well. I do necklaces, I do chokers. I I just did another rosary,
Ooh.
which, oh yeah, I've made several rosaries, and I did some research on it, and I'm doing my best to stick to what the Catholic faith wants
Mm-hmm.
in the rosaries. Um Also, I've got all the 8x10s to sell. Contact me, Vicki Otis, at Facebook, and I'll be glad to help you in any way. And Dan, thank you. I appreciate you
Oh,
having me on
thank
tonight.
you. And if you ever want to come back, we sometimes have women's wrestling panels with some of the younger wrestlers or wrestlers of today, if you're ever interested in that. But
Yes, sir. I'd love to talk to the girls of today. Um, they During this thing with the WWE, a lot of those girls went through hell,
yes.
and they didn't deserve it. They
Mhm.
were I don't even know the words to put it in. They were
Mistreatment.
treated. Yes, they were so treated so horribly. I mean, I've heard of girls walking out to the ring having to do one of these, bikini matches,
Mm-hmm.
or all of that, and they're crying on the way to the ring
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to do it, but the
They're forced into it. Yeah.
WWE, right? That was the only game in town,
Mm-hmm.
and the stories I've heard, I really, I've got to congratulate them for their courage. So
Yes.
yes, I would love to be on one of those shows.
Okay. I will let you know. I want to thank my guest, Princess Victoria, for being on Dan-A-Plooza. Everyone, take care. We have another wrestling guest, Eliza Hayes. She'll be on next. And then we have pinup girl, Uptown Cat, later tonight. So, everyone, take care and have a good night.